Welcome to Euromonitor International's podcast, examining the current state of beauty and personal care in Western Europe and the key trends that are defining the market. I'm Amy Rollinson, beauty and fashion consultant, and today I'm joined by my two colleagues, Milan Guyen, beauty and fashion consultant, and Rob Eveson, drinks and tobacco analyst. Thank you both for joining me.
Hi, Amy.
Hi, Amy. Thank you and glad to be here too.
In Western Europe, beauty and personal care grew by 7% in current terms in 2021. And that was led by high growth markets such as Norway, Sweden, Spain, and the UK. Norway and Sweden saw this built off moderate growth in 2020, while Spain and the UK saw an upturn following poor 2020 growth. In category terms, growth in 2021 is led by fragrances and sun care, which recovered from poor growth in 2020, as well as from skincare. And while skincare was, for the most part, resilient in 2020, 2021 sees a return to premiumisation in markets such as Italy and the UK. Today, we'll be reviewing the key trends that are underlining the industry in Western Europe and looking at how these are impacting the region moving forward.
I think we should start with hand sanitizer, seeing as it really was the big winner from the pandemic. We saw some enormous year-on-year growth rates as people became more conscious of their personal health to protect themselves against the virus. After some quite frankly astonishing 2020 growth rates across Western Europe, we then saw reduction in 2021, and these will continue over the coming years as the pandemic recedes and as normal life resumes. However, I think there will still be a demand for hand sanitizer. Some consumers have permanently shifted their hygiene habits and will continue to use the product. I'd also say that places like bars and restaurants will continue to use them to reassure some potentially hesitant consumers. Within the bath and shower category more broadly, there are many factors having a role in the post-pandemic recovery. The first, and perhaps most notable of these, is that of sustainability. Customers really just now expect this from the brands that they use. We've seen innovation in the UK in this area. One that I saw that I liked was the introduction from Soap 2.0 of biodegradable sachets for soap. And going forward, I think companies will only just continue to focus on sustainability. In the short term, we're going to see the impact of the rising inflation and the high production costs, and this will impact prices. This is also something that just adds to the economic legacy of the pandemic. This means that private label ranges will remain relevant, such as those in Spain from Mercadona and Carrefour. These are both supermarkets in the country, and they both have private label ranges. Now that COVID restrictions have generally lifted across Western Europe, we expect to see some degree of a return to pre-pandemic hygiene habits after many people simplified their personal care routines during lockdown periods. However, I would say that this is going to be quite a gradual thing, and the return to complete normality may be some years away. One area where this recovery is particularly seen is in sun care. The category saw major declines as a result of the pandemic, but what with the resumption of tourism and the scale of pent-up demand for holidays, sun care sales have recovered since then. In the UK, for example, volume sales of sun care fell 38% in 2020, but then rose by 25% in 2021. I would expect 2022 to bring further increases, although I don't think we're going to reach pre-pandemic levels just yet.
We've also seen a recovery in color cosmetics. Color cosmetics was the beauty category to record strongest dip to the pandemic. But in 2021, we see a rebound in makeup sales, and that's thanks to the ease of social restrictions in Western European countries. In 2021, we also see that behaviors and beauty routines have changed, with many Europeans wearing minimal makeup or generally less makeup compared with before. And at the same time, skincare and makeup regimes continue to converge. So this prompted many innovations from makeup brands. We've noticed more launches of hybrid products, such as makeup with added skincare benefits or with blue light protection, For instance, we see Fenty Beauty, which launched Ease Drop Blurring Skin Tint, which is available in 25 shades. And the product aims to even out the complexion and create a no makeup look. In lipstick, Avon launched a new Revival Serum Lipsticks available in 15 shades, which features a formula boosted by alpha hydroxy acids and a sun protection factor to protect the lips. And generally, European consumers continue to invest heavily in skincare over color cosmetics. So products such as facial makeup are seeing growing competition from tinted moisturizers, for instance. As a result, color cosmetics brands are diversifying into skincare. Makeup specialist Elf Cosmetics, for instance, launched its skincare brand Pure Skin with the product range tapping into clean beauty and dermocosmetics. And beyond color cosmetics, we also see hybridity in functional fragrances with wellness claim and tinted sun protection moisturizers with skincare benefits.
And this point is something also seen in hand sanitizers and with body wash and with shower gels, those that contain ingredients like hyaluronic acid and niacinamide.
That's interesting, and this makes sense because during period of uncertainty, multifunctional products tend to thrive. And given high inflation in Western Europe and rising unit prices, multifunctional products should help soften consumers' pricing sensitivity. And fragrances was also a category strongly hit by the pandemic, but sales are now recovering in Western Europe. And this is thanks to the return of social occasions, but also to a repositioning of fragrances as a mood-enhancing and self-care product. We've also noticed that sustainability continues to gain ground within fragrances, with innovations within the category, which are currently centered on packaging or ingredient sustainability. In fact, Euromonitor's lifestyle survey shows that consumers want to actively make a difference towards the environment. Consumers increasingly opt for brands that can deliver the positive change, and they choose to prioritize products offering sustainable features. And many players in fragrances have already been working to shift their positioning to better resonate with consumer expectations. So in 2021, we can see many launches with a strong sustainability focus, such as My Way by Armani, which features a recycled and refillable glass packaging. It's also L'Oréal's first carbon neutral fragrance. Girl by Rochas is another example, with a vegan formula using natural ingredients and featuring a bottle made of post-consumer recycled glass. Phantom by Push is also offering a refillable packaging and a vegan eco-friendly formula, while Guerlain redesigned its signature B bottle into a refillable formula. So generally, sustainability increasingly features across all beauty and personal care products to appeal to and increasingly eco-conscious consumer base. And we see more waterless solid formats in France and in Spain, and we also see more use of post-consumer recycled plastic in beauty packaging as a result of new legislation in the UK. Refill formats are also gaining in importance, helping tackle recyclability challenges, such as in makeup products, where the use of mixed materials and smaller components tend to make recycling more difficult. And European consumers are more focused than ever on seeking out products and brands with natural and sustainable credentials. So sustainability, transparency, and accessibility should continue to trend as consumers look for companies to adopt a purpose-led strategy.
Skincare is another category that also sees sustainability, but with skincare, it's more in the form of a back to basics approach, which sees consumers purchasing fewer products, but products that they believe will work for them. And this is driving a demand for higher cost, more efficacious products, and saw skincare grow by 8% in Western Europe in 2021. On top of this, consumers are also increasingly placing importance on their skin health. They want this to look good with little to no makeup, and they want to protect their skin long term as well. And that results in a boost to dermocosmetics products within skincare, which grew by 13% in 2021 and was led by L'Oreal brands La Roche-Posay and CeraVe. And these products will further benefit from the rise in skin conditions globally, as well as from a consumer focus on skin barrier repair and on acne in light of a resurgence of acne products that are aimed at adults rather than just the teen market. Dermacosmetics further offers competition to men's grooming, and that's due to the genderless nature of the products, which have packaging that's a lot more clinical rather than packaging that's marketed specifically towards men or women. They also see a drive in the promotion of brands such as CeraVe through TikTok, and that really sees the category grow with younger, more digitally savvy consumers. Moving forward, teledermatology could provide some competition, offering consumers the expertise backing which drives their use of dermacosmetics products, while also additionally offering personalized subscription products that are targeted specifically towards that consumer's individual skincare needs. And while much of sun care's growth in 2021 was stimulated by recovery post pandemic, efficacy also gave a huge boost to the category. And that's as consumers became increasingly concerned about skin health and SPF protection and were a lot more willing to spend money on efficacious products. And that's something that can be seen through the growth of dermacosmetics sun care, which grew ahead of the category as a whole in 2021. A drive for efficacy further drives a focus on ingredients, as well as an increased demand for products with further functionality. And this has been a trend that's been happening for some time within skincare and has seen the emergence of what we call the skintellectual consumer. And it's seen brands such as Olay launching retinol, collagen, and vitamin C ranges across 2020 and 2021 in the UK, while skincare inspired aesthetic medicine has gained popularity in France. The real innovation in ingredient focus moving forward is the shift from skincare to hair care. Hair care is a category that's been historically quite mature within Western Europe. It's had limited innovation, and companies have really struggled to sustain value growth. 2021, however, sees a shift to this, with the category growing by 5%. And that's really due to multiple factors. So, firstly, an increase in regimen within hair care. It's seen the expansion of products that are used by consumers, and particularly seen the adoption of hair masks and treatments, which has resulted in increased growth in the category. The other factor is the skinification of hair care, which is driving premiumization in the category. And this is something that sees hair care adopt properties that are more commonly associated with skincare, such as ingredient focus. And it's really seen the rise in products that are positioned towards the scalp. And that's benefited brands such as Head & Shoulders and Philip Kingsley, which have a legacy of caring for the scalp. And it also sees skincare players entering into hair care as well. The focus on the health of hair is now shifting to the lengths rather than just the scalp, with bond building particularly being a focus for consumers. The brand Olaplex continues to gain share within salon professional hair care, while the Inky List and Revolution both launch bond repair products in the UK in 2021. Markets such as Germany see ingredient focus occur within cruelty-free products and sees the launch of keratin alternatives. While the main ingredient in hair care, which is water, is increasingly being excluded by mainstay brands as they launch eco-friendly bar formats across the region.
If we look at trends in retailing for beauty and personal care products, and specifically in e-commerce, it's certainly true that hair care, skincare, colour cosmetics, and bath and shower all experienced a shift towards e-commerce in the last 2 years. Indeed, people really had no choice during lockdown periods but to shop online as the shops were closed, and when they did, many found it to be a convenient and attractive option. E-commerce is particularly strong in categories such as fragrances, colour cosmetics, and skincare, but it is less strong with products that are commonly bought by consumers as part of their grocery shop, such as bath and shower items and with things like toothpaste. What we're seeing now is a degree of stabilization. Whilst not really returning to 2019 levels, neither are we seeing major continued increases in the proportion of sales taking place online. And going forward, I think this percentage will remain broadly similar to what it is now. Across Western Europe, we've seen lots of brands developing their online offer. It's becoming increasingly important for many companies. Indeed, Boots said in 2022 that 15% of their revenue comes from online sales. More generally, we've seen some interesting developments in the use of online channels and with the use of technology. For example, last year, Boots entered into a trial partnership with Deliveroo. Also, the development of the use of online channels has many other potential benefits. We've seen the use of virtual beauty consultations, virtual try-ons for color cosmetics, or AI-powered skin diagnosis. Overall, I think companies can really harness e-commerce along with the effective use of online channels to increase their touch points with consumers and develop their relationship with buyers. It really can be used effectively.
And moving forward, brands will be dealing with an increasingly challenging landscape due to the cost of living crisis and a reduction in discretionary spending. They should look, therefore, to how they can add value to products through hybridity, efficacious products, as well as a focus on ingredients. And they can really honour the shift in consumer values and habits around sustainability and digitalisation. To find out more about beauty and personal care in Western Europe, please check out our country reports that are available at euromonitor.com. Thank you for listening.